We are on a Dutch campsite this week near my hometown where my family lives. And in this week, we are going to be kidnapped by my brother.
Hit him.
And then I'm going to find out that some of the parts of this area might be underwater in the future. Welcome to Limburg, the most southern of the 12 provinces of the Netherlands and my original home. It's an area loved by Dutch and German tourists, but internationally it's almost invisible, tucked away behind big rivers. It's also the place that I left 8 years ago to go and live with this guy in Germany. But this week, I'll get a chance to re-examine and share with you what's so unique about my home area, as we are camping right here at the waterside in our self-built van. And as always with our traveling life, a few surprises are bound to unfold this week. Do you think it's pretentious to make a matcha latte on the cheapest part of the campsite?
It's a stylistic choice.
Yeah, I bet.
This area, Limburg, is full of river deltas and therefore a lot of water sports. Oh my god, I'm getting waves. Oh, I gotta say, I never really realized how nice this area of the Netherlands is, where I'm from, until I left it and came back to it many times. Like, it's a great area to just enjoy boating or stand-up paddling or anything related to the water. And it's really great and it attracts a lot of people. And the weirdest thing about being from this area of the Netherlands is that I have a pretty strong accent when I speak Dutch. And whenever I get to the northern parts of the country, people either don't really understand me well or always ask me the same question, which is, are you from Belgium? And that in turn essentially means that my fellow Dutch humans in the rest of the country are more likely to think when they hear me speak that I am from another country instead of from their own country. And that has always made me feel quite alienated when I go to the north. When I refer to the north, I mean the part that sits above these big orange lines that run straight through the Netherlands. These are our biggest rivers. And what you probably didn't know is that Dutch people like to refer to them as a somewhat cliché national divider of Dutch accents or even mentality. People above the rivers often use a hard G sound when speaking. And those below the rivers use a softer version of that letter. At the same time, and as is common with stereotypes, the reality of Dutch accents is far more diverse than that simple division. Oh shit! I'm beaching! No! But the big rivers divide is not the only way in which the water-rich landscape of the Netherlands seems to influence our language. Dutch has an exceptionally high amount of specific words for different types of small waterways. Because when water is everywhere, how else do you keep it apart? For example, a greppel, often only full after heavy rain, is different from a sloot that is consistently filled with water. A vaart is a larger sloot, but usually not as big as a kanaal that is used for larger transportation. But then, a vliet refers to a smaller canal, but it's definitely not the same as a beek. And then we haven't even mentioned the most famous one of all, the grachten or city canals. Now you can impress us with Dutch trivia the next time you visit the Netherlands. But in the Netherlands, water is not just a funny business. Sometimes it gets in the way of our lives, even in scary ways. Dat moest wel een beetje tussen die linkjes. Dus ik ga dan ergens een beetje in het midden of
Ja.
staan.
Ja.
En dit geldt een boel vast.
Oké. En waar moet ik duwen?
Niks, ik heb al...
Dat is Marola.
Ben ik in het midden? Okay, my mom is holding the camera. And I will speak in Limburg now, our local language here. Which I don't think YouTube will have subtitles for, but I will fix that. Nou, hier zien we dus aan het lateraal kanaal. Heel dichtbij waar al onze familie en vrienden wonen. En volgens mij is het plan dat ze dus in de dam of de dijk hier, aan die kant, een aantal verlagingen gaan maken. Zodat als de Maas daarachter een remun weer overstroomt, dat dit kanaal kan helpen om het water zeg maar weg te voeren. In plaats van dat het over deze dijk gaat en door alle dorpjes. What my mother is cinematically panning to is not just a small dike, but a whole system of basins and embankments that's meant to relieve high water from our closest river, the Maas. It's just a little taste of the infamous water defense infrastructure that you'll find all over the Netherlands. With a quarter of our land below sea level, us Dutchies have reason enough to have trust issues with the water. But what really made us rethink our entire relationship was what happened in 1953. On the last night of January 53, a combination of a severe storm and high spring tide caused over 150 dikes to fail in the southwest of the Netherlands, causing seawater to take our land by complete surprise. Thousands of civilians, volunteers, and soldiers, including my own grandfather, rushed to the coast to reinforce dikes with sandbags, rescue people by boat, and evacuate survivors. Unfortunately, more than 1,800 people lost their lives, tens of thousands lost their homes, and large parts of the country were underwater for weeks. This event, known as the watersnoodramp or the North Sea flood disaster, didn't just drown part of the country, it changed it. It forced the Netherlands to rebuild its sea defenses and think how to live with the water. In response to the disaster, our country engineered a massive system of dams, storm surge barriers, and dikes along most vulnerable parts of the coastline, including the ambitious Delta Works, a decades-long project that became one of the most famous flood protection systems in the world. The Delta Works proved we could keep the sea out and became a symbol of Dutch pride. But down here in Limburg, far from the sea, danger doesn't come from storm surges. Instead, it comes from overflowing rivers. Ik hoop dat ze het snel gaan doen, zodat jullie niet weer last hebben van alle wateroverlast. En de spanning. Je mocht ook wel wat zeggen, of was er niet stem niet op YouTube?
Goed gesproken, Marola.
And just a couple of years ago, my family learned that not all parts of the Netherlands are equally prepared. In the summer of 2021, a couple days of exceptionally heavy rainfall meant the water came in ways no one had planned for. Dikes and floodplains were hit like never before, and some of them clearly failed the test. Because while the Dutch coast was rebuilt with billion-euro defenses, the river regions down here in the south are still left with older dikes, lower protection standards, and slow upgrades. As a result, the 2021 surprise river attack pushed water up until the very doorstep of the houses of my friends and family. This time they kept their toes dry, but even further south in Limburg, things got even wetter, leading to nearly €500 million in damages. Luckily, planned upgrades to the Maas River Delta are underway, and until those plans will start to get realized in 2027, it seems like there is only one way to continue life here in the south.
That's funny.
Just when I wanted to cook a campsite meal, we got a text from my brother. Before we knew it, what was supposed to be just a wave turned into a full-blown kidnap.
Hit him, hit him, hit him.
And what was promised to be just a small loop around the campsite became a full-on 2-hour adventure with sushi, drinks, and racing the boat included.
Oh, I don't know. Oh shit, I went like full throttle.
Because I may have forgotten, but Southern hospitality is very much alive in the Netherlands. So that's how we do it here in the south. My Limburg, with its beautiful hills and gushing rivers, is in a vulnerable position, even though we're far from the rising sea. And as we patiently wait for new defenses against the rivers, we will definitely not forget to enjoy them.
I like birds.
Wow, this video was really a family project, and I have to give special thanks to all the family members that contributed to this story. From my mom finding old photographs of my grandfather helping at the watersnoodramp, to my sister-in-law sending me footage of the flooding in Limburg more recently. So many hands have touched this video, and I think it became a very special story, at least to me. So I want to say thank you to everyone who was involved. And then, if you liked the video and you got something out of it, please consider to subscribe to our channel. It's completely for free, and it really helps small creators like us grow a little, which is eventually what we want. And if you leave us a like or comment on the video, we will also be able to get connected to more people who like this kind of style and this kind of storytelling videos that we're trying to bring out there. And if you subscribe, you're in for a pretty fun ride, because the next couple of videos are going to be pretty wild. We are gonna go on a seriously insane vacation in Namibia, sleeping under the stars, watching wildlife, driving through gravel roads like I've never done before. It was so amazing, and I can't wait to share the next video. So come along for that, and in the meantime, thank you so much for being here.